Hello, my name is Matthew Tobin, and this is my group leading report for HSCO 511 at Liberty University. Introduction and background. The group I led was a group facilitated by myself outside the main court at the shooting range on Joint Base Lewis McChord in Washington State on October 14th, 2017. The group is to gather 1 week in a month every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. for approximately 60 minutes long to conduct a land navigation training course. All attendees showed up as planned. The course consists of 10 members, 7 males and 3 female soldiers between the ages of 21 and older. The group meeting was conducted outdoors under a shed where I stood with an easel and whiteboard. The things I supplied to the members for the land navigation course consisted of a Landsat military marching compass, military triangle protractor, digital watch, topographic map, pencil, and highlighters. The members sat on the ground wherever they could find space in order to make plotting easier. My relationship to the members were all fellow soldiers, brothers and sisters in arms. I also had a co-leader present who was my sergeant first class. He observed the class and chimed in only when necessary. I catered the conversation about land navigation and how to successfully gain the skills in plotting grid coordinates in the event someone is lost and couldn't find their way back. The land navigation course was an open group for anyone who wanted to attend. None of the participants diverted from my proposal because it was mandatory for everyone else in my section to attend. Group dynamics, content, and process. The progression of the meeting began with me facilitating instruction to the group. I started by getting all of the tools ready to go, such as a protractor that has a scale that supports the scale of the map. Most protractors have 1 24,000ths, 1 50,000ths, and 1 25,000ths for military topographic map reading. Then use a pencil that's as sharp as possible so that the points are accurate as possible. Next, I use a couple of pieces of tape. I put this tape over the scales so that it won't be on the protractor. This advice came from an attendee of the group who accidentally plotted a point using the wrong scale. I gathered everyone together and allowed them to have a part in learning and plotting and planning their grid coordinates. They had a chance to get up in front of the group and show me what they've learned. After facilitating the group, I had a group discussion on the topic to make sure everyone understood what was taught. The group discussed what they were taught and then the material that they felt that they can implement. They also explained their experiences on what they already knew and shared it with the group. The leadership techniques used in the setting was that of Forsyth's 2015 situational control, stated on page 302. He states, "Situational control, just as leadership style, is the key personal variable in contingency theory. Control is the key situational factor in the model. If leaders can control the situation, they can be certain that decisions, actions, and suggestions will be carried out by the group members. Leaders who have trouble gaining control, in contrast, cannot be certain that the group members will carry out their assigned duties." Self-assessment. After the class was completed, I conducted an AR, or gathering feedback, on the class materials and discussions and what was learned. Many of the soldiers explained that they had a difficult time with bearing the compass in front of their face while keeping their arms tight to their bodies. They were to look through the top sighting notch of their compass. Then I asked them to adjust it down so they can see the red mark and then pick out identifiable objects as far as possible. Many of them were unable to see the target. Some of the challenges I encountered were soldiers ready to move onto the field while the other soldiers did not fully understand the material. This is where I used Forsyth 2015 Fiedler's Contingency Theory on page 302. The Fiedler's Contingency Theory assumes that leadership effectiveness is contingent on both the leader's motivational style and the leader's capacity to control the group situation. I believe after using the Fiedler's Contingency Theory, everything worked out well. The way I could have handled things differently was to allow the group members who didn't understand the concepts more time to get hands-on. I could have also put them with someone who already grasped the information and have them conduct a small group refresher. Conclusion and application. The The highlights of my experience and the most important takeaways I have to say is when the group structure finally had time to develop. The members were often uncertain with their progress at first, but after better explanation and hands-on exercises, most of them were successful in implementing what was learned. What I will do to apply what I've learned to future group leadership is to continue to use Jacob et al. 2016 Leadership Guidance on page 213. He states that leaders should allow everyone a chance to share their thoughts and feelings. This usually draws out the quiet members of the group. Once I was able to get the group members to feel comfortable sharing what they've learned, they were able to open up. The quieter ones of the group eventually shared as well. I believe this will enhance my group skills, making it easier for me to lead more effectively with other soldiers regardless of the situation or task I am given. The areas I will use to enhance my group skills is the input, process, output models of groups productivity, or IPO models, used by Forsyth's 2015 on page 56. He states, these input factors all influence through a variety of paths. The process that take place within the group as members work together to complete the task, including communication, planning, conflict, and leadership. In my concluding thoughts, I believe that everyone should have a chance in their lives to lead and be led. A good leader is someone who is a good follower. Learning is a skill in itself. Once a person has mastered the art of following and serving, then they can lead. The Bible states in John 12:26, if anyone serves me, he must follow me, and where I am, there my servants will be also. If anyone serves me, the Father will honor him. The Bible also states in Proverbs 11:14, where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in abundance of counselors there is safety. Forsyth 2015 on page 10 put it this way, the roles of a leader and follower are fundamental ones in many groups, but other roles such as information seeker, information giver, and compromiser may emerge in any group at any time.